Hey guys, welcome back to the Ride Waxing and UK One Wheel channel. So we are finally, if you've been watching, on the two snowboards that are over there. We are going to get into these. Now these need some work. Now this is a Burton Custom 162. This is a 2004 board. So yeah, it's seen some action over its time and it is in need of the Ride Waxing love. Top coat we're going to polish and detail, but yeah, not too bad at all whatsoever. There is no top coat damage as such, other than cleaning it up and it missing the Ride Waxing sticker, which we're going to stick on it. But the base is another story. Now, these edges are basically lovely and smooth. If you wanted a sideboard in your kitchen, these would be perfect. Nice and smooth, you're not going to catch yourself on them, but that's not what we need. On a snowboard, you need these edges to be dialed in. So, I'm going to stick you in my hand and we're going to have a detailed look at the base of this board. Now bear in mind, it is a 2004, so it has seen some action. We've got some big gouges here and lots of scrapes and scratches. But yeah, let's have a detailed look at this bad boy. So one Burton Custom. Again, as you can tell, we have got very deep gouges and scratches and all sorts. Those rails are in severe, like I say, they are just so smooth. I can really rub my hand on these and it doesn't even leave a sharp mark. So we're going to get these absolutely on point. And there's the rail, so you can see it in that light just here. We're losing definition. We want a nice silver shine on this board. We've got a lot of cross hatching and rock marks. We've got a nice big divot here out of the board. So we've got some base cleaning to do. We've got plenty of p-texing to do. But what we're going to do is we're going to work on the base of this board after we have detailed. Again, big chunk missing there, so that needs sorting out. We've detailed these rails. So yeah, nothing we can't sort. And yeah, I think this bad boy, I'm quite looking forward to the before and after on this one. I've just recently done a set of skis. If you haven't checked that out, then do go back into my videos. We've got some Fisher skis, which I've just done. And they were pretty much the same as this board. Not quite so much p-tex and these big gouges, but we'll get it sorted. That's what it's here for. I love this kind of stuff. So guys, they put you in the stand, let's stick some tunes on, and let's detail this board. Here we go. We're getting there. We've managed to pull this edge back here, as you can see. Nice and silver. All the way down that line. If you come across, that is what we're dealing with. So, it is doable. We're getting the sharpness back in. So, we've got to do the side rail on this. You can excuse the state of my fingers. You can tell it's rusty, because it's still not that sharp. But we've got the angle this side. And then we're going to do the side angle, and that's what will give it its 90 degree edge, and that will give it its sharpness, because this is very bulbous, this, so we need to take some material off of here. And that's purely from where the rust has made the actual rail expand. As you can see, there's more p-tex here. Don't worry about the base, we're going to get onto the base in a second, but this is the rail this side. Come across to this side, a massive improvement, huge improvement. This is the bit that's going to hold you on the mountain. That's the bit you want that's going to get you out of trouble. And the base is all about the speed. It's all about the base. Right, anyway, you don't want to hear me sing. Let's crack on and let's get this rail as good as that rail. Off we go. Okay, so you've got to make it worse before you make it better. I've cleaned and stripped all the wax off the base of the board, and it is looking awful, but don't worry. This is the calm before the storm, as they say. So load of p-tex has been laid down. This is first phase. I'll have to go over it again and possibly a third time, just to make sure we fill up any of the real... There is some very shallow marks. I'll be able to base scrape those out, but the real deep ones I've had to fill. But then under closer inspection, we have actually got a core shot. You can see the back side of the rail just there, that silver bit. That should not be on show. And that's purely and simply because the actual material of the base has come away from the back of this C here for custom. So what I'm going to try and do is what I am going to do, this is not p-tex, okay? This is base material. And talking to you with my mask on, because I don't need to do that for the minute. I'm going to melt this into the base of this, but not filling it up. We just want to basically seal this off, and then we're going to put p-tex over the top of it. So yeah, that is the base material. That's going to be melted in there, and I need a soldering iron for that. So that's getting nice and hot. And then I'm going to lay the clear p-tex onto the yellow stuff. So this big gouge here, we're going to fill up. And then once we've done that, we're going to fully base scrape the whole board, getting all these raised areas off, and scrape and scrape and scrape and scrape and scrape till it's super smooth, super polished, and then we'll lay down the wax. So this is kind of what goes into it. It looks like a battlefield, because it is, but we'll make it look good. So don't panic. Let's get this sorted. Let's get this base here. I'm going to cut some of this dead material out first, exposing a bit more of it. And that way then the material, this, has got something good to stick to. So pop you in the stand. I've got to wear a mask for this because this is very poisonous, as well as the smoke off the p-tex. And it's not good for my lungs for the amount I do. Right, here we go, guys. Right, okay, on to the best bit. We have put so much work into the base of this Burton Custom. I'm really hoping this turns out to be an absolute dream. Yes, you can still see some of the p-tex marks, but I've filled it with clear p-tex, so you might see the line, but actually it's perfectly smooth, it's perfectly flat. This board, I think, is going to absolutely fly. The edges, we have definition. We can actually see them, which is good. I've cleaned and cleaned and cleaned this board to the 10th degree. We've done that core shot repair, which has absolutely come out perfectly, and we've managed to keep it into the line as well as the p-tex. We've taken the p-tex up to the line by putting the metal scraper and dripping it in, so not to get the black on the yellow and the clear onto the black, not that that really matters. So yeah, a lot of love's gone into this board, as well as that Burton Clash. I think that's going to come up lovely as well. I really am pleased with that one. A lot of work's gone into the base of that one. Fair bit of p-tex, a lot of base scraping, but not as bad as obviously this one. So I have my snowboard scraper, I have wax, I've got to sharpen this bad boy, and we're going to get this stripped off, and then we're going to polish, and make sure this thing is absolutely going to shine and fly. So stick some tunes on, let's crack on with this Burton Custom. So there we go, guys. One Burton Custom, all done. And I think you can tell from the side of that camera, we've got great colour in the base of this board. Now, this board is a 2004 board, and it has had plenty of battle scars. So what we've tried to do is, instead of taking all that layer of base off and getting down to a fresh layer, we have backfilled it with p-tex. We've gone for clear to black p-tex, and we've brought those levels back up, scraped it, polished it, and it is lovely and smooth. Now you can still see where those marks are, but again, they won't cause any further damage. You haven't got to worry about obviously getting any moisture through the base of that board. We've done that core repair, which is just here, and again, that's come up so well. But there is zigzag lines, and I think you'll agree on that before and after. Massive difference. One thing I'm really chuffed with, look at the colour of those rails. We've got great definition. And just remember back to what this board looked like. You couldn't distinguish the rails, and the board bottom was awful. Now we've got great colour in the base of this board now. It is polished. We've got great colour in that yellow to the black. And I think you'll agree, that's come up so just superbly well. I'm really pleased. This would benefit from an additional wax and a wax and a wax. So if the gentleman is using this, which his name's Ben, I think this is his second board. He's lending this to a friend. That's actually his board just there. Which, what a dude, man, to lend this to his friend. Obviously, to have it serviced, like I say, doesn't look like a new board on the bottom from where I'm standing, but I tell you what, it will perform like a new board, and that's the main thing. This will have plenty of hours of good fun. We have pulled it back. We continue to service it. We'll make it better and better and better the more we go on, and no doubt it'll get more battle scars. But guys, for one awesome Burton Custom, ones we've pulled back, and I do love the ones we pull back, this gets to ride and live its dream another day on the mountain, which is what it's all about. Guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it with your friends. But until next time, until the Burton Clash, which is on the table, we will see you soon.